Imagine setting yourself a budget of £20,000 and trying to buy the best car you can find for 20 grand. It doesn't have to be sensible or practical. It could be. It could tick as many boxes as you possibly can. Now, I personally think an F10 M5 ticks more boxes than probably any car on the market. I'm going to tell you why shortly. But basically, guys, I just bought this car here. It's a bit of stock, and my channel used to almost solely consist of BMW content, and I ain't had an M car in my life for too long. It's been a few weeks, right? A few weeks. And this car just came in as a bit of stock over the weekend. I have been driving it for the last couple of days as well. So currently it's my new daily driver, although it's not, it's a bit of stock. But in this video, I'm going to talk about why I love this car, what's great about this particular car, and why I think this is probably the best car you can buy for a budget of £20,000. Here we go then, 63 plate BMW F10 M5, 4.4 litre V8 twin turbo engine, 560 brake horsepower from factory. This car does have a Miltech exhaust system, so it sounds a bit fruity. I'll show you what it sounds like shortly. I don't think it's been tuned though. As far as I know, it hasn't been tuned. I have driven it. It is mega quick. We are going to do draggy times in this video as well to see how far or near the top of the draggy leaderboard this thing falls. But yeah, I'm a big M5 fan. Absolutely love M5s. I think they're just the daddy of M cars, isn't it? That is like a boss whip, daddy whip, big whip, whatever you want to call it. It's a beast, man. I obviously daily drove an F90 M5. I absolutely love that car, but for the whole time I've been driving this car for the last 48 hours, I can't help but think that my car, I think I sold it for about £60,000. The value of this car is a bit more than 20 grand. So we're sort of £30,000 to £40,000 difference in price. Now, this has got the S63 BMW V8 engine under the bonnet, and my F90 also had the same S63 BMW V8 engine under the bonnet. I'm sure they've got some differences. This is 560 horsepower from factory, a non-compact F90 M5 is 600 horsepower, so there's not massive differences at all. I love a car, that's great value for money. Now, this particular car, obviously it's in this lovely sort of Alpine white colour. It's got a bit of carbon fibre touches here and there. The wheels could do with a little bit of a refurb. Like I say, it's just arrived. It's got massive brakes. Look at them big brakes, man. Loads of character. And in comparison to like an F80 M3, which I absolutely love, I'm not here to criticise them. I love F80 M3s, but if you were to try and find an F80 M3 with this level of spec, with what this car offers, for anywhere near 20 grand, you ain't doing it. You just ain't doing it. So I love good value for money cars. Just don't think you can beat this car with a 20 grand budget. I did put hashtag on it stickers on the rear windows because me and Kai went to a car event over the weekend, had one of the best days of my life yesterday. Honestly, I'm not even saying that with exaggeration. Me and Kai went to a car event, supercar event. I took the M5 and I wouldn't say we blended in. Did stand out a little bit in the wrong way, but performance-wise, it did keep up with a lot of the other cars on the track. Now, as we come around the back, we've got a carbon fibre rear diffuser, which I love. I feel like because it's got the black and white theme going on, you know, we've got a carbon fibre rear spoiler. I reckon that badge could do with being black, but that's just me. Miltech exhaust, which I think looks incredible. Really, really good looking car from the rear as well. Really chunky, really fat. I like the rear lights as well. And then as we come around the front, one thing I didn't really mention is this car just looks so aggressive from the front. Like black grills, carbon fibre front splitter there, and I don't know, it just looks chunky, doesn't it? Look big wide arches on the front there, and I don't know what it is. Why does that car just look so aggressive from the front? The wing mirrors, I don't know what it is. The creases down the bonnet, maybe all of that combined just makes it look chunky. Now, it has got a sunroof, heated seats, reverse camera. It's actually got 360-degree cameras, so it is a hashtag cow spec car. And if we do a quick key check as well, hashtag key check, it's the usual BMW key, which the camera focused on point there today. Woo! Well done, camera. Red leather interior as well. That is me all over. White car, red leather interior, black wheel. I think it looks bloody incredible, this car. Such a bloody cool thing. So yeah, I think value for money is going to be the key subject to this video, because I'm just struggling to think of anything that comes close. Like, this is Golf R money, F80 M3 money, and you're getting an M5. Like, yeah. Anyway, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to throw the camera in the window, do the usual thing. We're going to quickly fly through HPI, go through the spec check on this car. Let me just quickly check if it's actually working, the old spec check, because it hasn't been working. Yeah, I just bloody done a spec check and don't know what's going on with HPI at the minute, but the spec check isn't working. So we'll go through HPI quickly anyway, talk about values as well, and then I just want to go out for a drive in it, because honestly, the boys and girls, because there are a few girls that watch the channel, this car drives unbelievably well. I rate it so much. And by the way, that Range Rover there, that's just arrived as a bit of stock, and I have just filmed a video on that, so that will be coming soon as well. All right, but let's focus on the M5, throw a camera in the window and get in that nice comfy leather seat. Yeah. This interior, man. So yeah, spec game is strong. I know we can't go through spec because HPI ain't giving it to us, but what we will do to get this ball rolling is we're going to get the engine started, because this thing sounds bloody good. Have a little listen. All right, so the start, it's a bit calm on start. It sounds good, but let's give it a little rev. Before we can give it a little rev though, we need to warm it up. So let's fast forward about an hour, because these engines need to be absolutely babied, yeah? You need to get them super warm and then you can rev them.
1 hour later.
Yeah, that Miltech exhaust is singing lovely. So interior is a lovely place to be as well, by the way. Very, very nice, super comfortable. We've got sunroof, which I think we might just get that open as well, get it on the tilt. We've got aircon on the go as well. Red leather, I know I've mentioned all this already. It's got an electronically adjusted steering column, heated seats, heated steering wheel as well, 360-degree cameras, sat nav. What else has it got going for it? It's bloody brilliant, isn't it? So let's quickly pull up HPI and here we go. BT63 CZF. It come in as a part exchange car from another dealership, so it's showing it's got finance, but it doesn't actually have finance on it, by the way. We won't worry about that currently. Plate transfers, previously had a plate on it, F10 BKO, nice plate. F10 plate to go with the F10 BMW M5. Not stolen, it's not got security watch, not insurance write-up. It's all clear from that point of view. BMW M5 Auto, it's got the 7-speed DCT automatic gearbox, brilliant gearbox, same gearbox I think that's in the F90 M3. It was actually the first dual clutch gearbox ever to go in a BMW 5 Series or an M5. The previous M5, obviously the V10 we all know and love, which is also quite problematic. That car there had a single clutch automatic transmission, which just wasn't, I suppose, as fast as this one. The current keeper has had it since 29th of the 11th 2018, so they've had it a while. It has been well looked after. It seems like a very nice example. The spec check, as we know, isn't working, but it was £71,885 brand new. Specs that I can tell you that it's got is red leather. It's got the white bodywork, it's got a sunroof, which you already know, heated seats in the front, it's got climate control in the rear, it's got hashtag on it stickers on the rear window, it's got Harman Kardon. How have I not mentioned Harman Kardon? Love Harman Kardon, brilliant that is. 360-degree cameras, it's got heated steering wheel and electronically adjusted steering wheel, which we've already spoke about. And head-up display, it's got one of them as well. And the gearbox, by the way, this car was only offered in this country with an automatic gearbox. You can apparently get it as a manual in the States, but over here we was not blessed with that option. All right, this car's done 74,000 miles, by the way, so which ain't bad mileage, is it, for the age of the car? NMR check on that note, National Mileage Register, it hasn't been clocked. It's all good, it's all above board there, which is nice. Market value, so if this car had done 101,000 miles, I'm guessing that is the average mileage for the age of the vehicle, it would be, the book value would be £21,675. This car is worth a bit more than that because it's done a bit less mileage. Very hard to put a price on because it's quite a unique or an exceptional example. I wouldn't say exceptional, that's a bit of an exaggeration. To me it's exceptional because this is like my little baby at the minute, but it's a nice example, no doubt. All right, MOT details, it has also got an MOT till the 31st of March 2023. All right, like I say, this car has just come in, it's had no prep. I think I would diamond cut the face of the wheels and maybe do them like graphite on the inner sides, because I think that's how they come from factory, but that's just personal preference. Yeah, I think I'm done now. What we're going to do at this section of the video, obviously I've driven this car a bit for the last couple of days. I absolutely rate this car. This next section of the video is the driving section of the video, guys. Expect some do do expect some enthusiasm. That's the word I need to find, enthusiasm, because I am extremely enthusiastic about this car. I rate this car highly. We're going to go for a little drive now. I'm going to show you what I love about this car, and then we're going to do draggy times to see how well it performs on my 20 to 70 mile an hour draggy leaderboard. All right, let's hit the road. In M1 mode, which you lot are all familiar with. You can adjust it all on the iDrive system there, which actually, one thing I do want to say as well is I find the iDrive system really bloody good. Like, it ain't the most modern or up to, do you know what, this heated steering wheel's on, isn't it? That is hot. I don't want a hot steering wheel today. It's bloody 18 degrees today. It's warm. I don't know why I've even got a jumper on. 15.5, it feels more than 15.5. It is warm today. Head-up display, did I mention that? Did I even mention that? I've gone completely off track. I don't know what I was talking about now. But yeah, we did just pull it out in M1 mode. That's what I was talking about. These buttons, we all know what they do. But what I'm going to do is take it out of M1 mode, and that's what I was talking about earlier. This car kind of doubles up as a 530D and an M car, so you can just chill, right? Put it in your comfort mode, chill out in your big, fat, comfortable seats that are like sofas in your nan's house, right? Chill out, enjoy it, guys. It's a really nice place to be. Doesn't make too much noise. The gearbox just selects the highest gear it can possibly go in, and like right now we're doing just over 30 mile an hour. We're in 6th gear. We're going to indicate, you know, it just doubles up perfectly as a sensible daily driver. A BMW 5 Series with an M badge, and when you hit that M button, yeah, if this was Top Gear now, we'd do loads of dramatic, cinematic stuff, and it would be like noises would explode out of the steering column when I pressed that button. Imagination running wild there. Downshifted gears, you've got an absolute lively beast. It is ridiculous. Like, if this car hasn't been tuned, which I don't think it has, if it hasn't, I am so impressed with this car in stock form. It is, look at that. That is the back end just trying to pull the road apart. It is dry, it is warm, and we've got Michelin Pilot Super Sport tyres on the thing with loads of tread, a limited slip rear diff. It is literally just trying to light up the whole time. Now, adjustment and comfort wise on the seat is just, I don't know why that's just sprung to mind, but it has, because it is super comfortable, man. Super bloody comfortable. It sounds good, it looks good, it's got great performance. Flappy paddles behind the steering wheel there. Listen to the downshifts. Put your foot down and then away you go. Back end is trying to escape again. This is a rear wheel drive only car. Obviously the F90s can double up as a 4-wheel drive. In fact, the F90, what's really weird about that car is when you put that car in rear wheel drive, it's pointless. Like it's almost undrivable as a rear wheel drive car. So I always drove it in 4-wheel drive, which this car, it's drivable. Like it ain't scary. So if you're someone who's a bit of a, you know, never ventured into the rear wheel drive M world, I do hope that mic's recording, because I had an instance the other day where they've done a whole video and it didn't record. But yeah, you ain't gonna get me scared. This is not gonna scare you. This is gonna make you happy. Trust me, it's gonna make you happy. The only thing that might not make you happy is the fuel bill and the road tax bill, but ignore that, because it's only cost you in the region of £20,000, which is £30,000 to £40,000 cheaper than an F90 M5. Now, I loved my M5, absolutely loved it, but since driving this car, like I said earlier, I could not get it out of my head that by driving, I don't feel like I'm making any compromise here. This is a brilliant car. It offers everything, literally everything that my M5 offered. This offers it and more, because it's got a sunroof, although my M5 had a carbon roof, which is quite nice. But red leather, all the lovely stuff. This steering wheel, like, I know BMW have absolutely rinsed this steering wheel. This steering wheel is on every M Sport and M car in the whole BMW range from this era of time. But do you know what? I still quite like this steering wheel. This steering wheel is not ugly, it's modern, it's just a bloody good steering wheel, and it matters. This stuff really bloody matters, guys, because when you get into your car, the first thing you're faced with is your steering wheel, and this steering wheel, honestly, it deserves this dedicated time in this video. I hope there's no cars behind me, there isn't. I like that steering wheel. I really like it. Just get out in front of this Clio, have a little feel for a bit of power, guys. There's back end, a little bit there. There you go. We got it in MTN mode just because I don't want to put it in a bush. I do want to try and get this car sold at some point soon. Something else I didn't mention is I went to this car event, which I did mention that bit, but the bit I didn't mention is me and Kai took it on the drag strip yesterday. It's like a runway. Are you excited, Kai? Let's go, Kanye. Ready? Let's go. No.
No, we lost it.
That's alright, that's alright. Everyone knows who we are.
No.
And we didn't go flat out, or we didn't go too mad though. And we've done about 150 mile an hour in this car yesterday, and yeah, great. We had a brilliant time. Thank you to Supercar Fest and Chiro from petrolhedonism.club. But anyway, I am talking a lot. We still have not done draggy times. We've still not also talked about the common faults with this car. Yeah, because that is one of the reasons why they're so cheap. We'll talk about that shortly. Before we do that, let's do draggy times, see how quickly it does 20 to 70 mile an hour. Right, here it goes. 3, 2, 1. We're in manual mode, just so if it lights up, I can calm the rear wheels by upping it a gear. Done. Like, I'm expecting this to start with a 4. That felt mega quick, mega quick. Like, let's have a little look. Oh my God, 4.71 seconds. That is a great first run. I think what I need to do is try and put it in auto mode maybe, because I feel like the gearbox will do it better, or the gearbox ECU will do a better job of knowing when to change gear than I will. So we'll do that now and see how much time we can shave off of run 1. Yeah, 4.71 to B. Let's go again. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. No, auto mode isn't quite as good, I don't think. Still done a 4.27 though. That's pretty good. A little burst of noise between gears, so good. Has been criticised, by the way, as not the best sounding car. I would say it does sound a little bit underwhelming. I think that's a fair point. You could compare it to a C63 or an E63 AMG. On that note, we're going to go back to value for money again. If you compare an F90 M5 to an RS6 of the same era, or an E63 AMG of the same era, the F90 is great value for money. That makes this car look even better value. But anyway, draggy time. So the quickest time we've done was a 4 second dead, guys. Was 4 seconds dead, guys, right? So that puts it quicker than a C63 AMG W04, a tuned C63 AMG W04 as well, a W205 C63 AMG which was tuned, and just below my M4 CS, which is an unbelievable car, man. So that's a great time considering this is stock bar the exhaust, and we're in a big fat M5. I think these are just shy of 2 tons. By the way, it's about the same weight as an F90 M5 as well. All this stuff is important if you're about to buy an F90 or one of these, to compare the two. All right, so what else was I going to say? Problems with these cars. Now, I did buy an F10 M5 about a year ago on my channel, and I was lucky that I was able to pull out the deal because I bought it in the trade, and it turned out the bottom end of that engine was knocking. I'll try and show you a clip of what it sounded like now. It sounded absolutely horrendous, and that is actually a common fault with these cars. I don't know what causes it, I don't know why they do it, but it's an expensive thing to repair. And I remember ringing Will at the time at VRS saying, Will, if we take this job on, what's the chances of like getting this car fixed for little money? He said, Cal, we're probably better off just replacing the engine, which is, you know, that ain't cheap. That's not cheap, let's face it. So that's probably why these cars are depreciated quite a lot, because it scares people. It puts people off. People look at them and think common faults with F10 M5s, engine problems. Yeah, this particular car has got full BMW service history, and before I sell it, I'm going to get it booked into BMW Milton Keynes and get it serviced again, let them have a little look over it, health check it and that type of thing. All that sort of stuff does help, of course. One thing I can vouch for with this car is I had my M6, my green M6, seriously special car that was, that had the same BMW S63 engine under the bonnet as this car's got, and we had that car tuned. I think it was running about 730 brake horsepower. I daily drive that car. I did drive it quite hard. I don't cane the arse out of any of my cars, but I did drive it, I had a bit of fun in it on a regular basis, right? And it felt super reliable, everything was good. The clutch and the gearbox held up really well. I would say the clutch was possibly on its limit with power at 730 horsepower, but it was a bloody brilliant car. So these cars, they are tunable, they're daily drivable. I used to get about 200-ish miles, maybe 250 miles out of a full tank in that car. I think that's worth mentioning, and I absolutely loved that car. It had an Armatrix exhaust system. It was super just rare and unique, and yeah, I think the engine just provided so much character for that car. All right, so if you are in a position or considering buying something like this, from me, listen from me guys, I absolutely rate these cars and I rate that engine, all right? But hopefully you don't get stung if you do buy one and realise you've got a men's car. If you do, don't blame me, yeah? I'm going to wrap it up and leave it with that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, do me a favour, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to my channel for a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock, and the odd one, bonus one here and there as well. And if you're on Instagram or TikTok, yeah, just go on there, type in the search box at Calvin's Car Diary. Don't have to put the at thing, just type in Calvin's Car Diary and you'll find me on there. But specifically if you're on TikTok, just make the effort and do it on there, alright? I will put a link for my car event in the description below if you want to come along to that. I'm looking forward to meeting you lot there, and it's going to be a good day. Treat yourself, yeah? Treat yourself to a kid. Stop messing around. You want to have a good day out, hit that link, get on it, and I'll see you there, alright? Bye.